This past weekend, the Clippers gave up 140 to the Grizzlies. They gave up 132 to the Knicks. They are at the end of a 4-day off stretch, and our own Young Masuk has a story up on ESPN.com and the app detailing their efforts to get back to their, quote, underdog mentality from last season. Here is what Lou Williams said, quote, "We went into some games without the same mindset from last season." He's talking about. He said, "I think we have to develop some of that mentality back, just get back to the grind." So, Chauncey, can the Clippers rediscover their underdog mentality? You're around this team day in and day out.
Well, yeah, I think they can. Of course, I think Lou Williams' comments were on point. It's tough going from.
Are you an underdog if you have two of the top 10 players in the league?
No, that was going to be my point.
And the best bench in the league?
No, that was going to be my point.
Or whatever you want to call it?
Now people are circling you on the schedule. You're used to being the one that circled teams on the schedule. So it's a different mentality that you need. To me, and I've been around the team a ton, to me, you know, the Lakers have just been so good and they really have been the big brother in this city. But now it's changing and it's different. And I think there's been so much value put on being the best team in LA.
Okay.
As opposed to let's just be the best team in the world,
right,
in the league. You know, so they've been good against the Lakers, but other teams have come in and they've beaten them a few times or even on the road. So it's a mentality thing, and I think Lou Will said it best. Of course they can get back to that. You know, they have great leadership from ownership all the way down. Great bench, great players. I mean, they'll be fine, but it's a mentality shift that you have to say, we have to be great every single night.
Okay, but you don't get to just be an underdog because you say you're an underdog. They were an underdog last year, certainly went into that Golden State series, right? They're not underdog. I don't care what you tell yourself. You are not underdogs in almost any game you play in.
No,
right?
They're not underdogs. And this is the thing that I take away from the Clippers. This is the thing that I think hurts them night in and night out. You know, they have to shuffle guys in and out of lineups because of whether it's Kawhi with his load management injury situation, PG sometimes he's out in and out. Patrick Patterson, he plays, some nights he don't. Like, they're shuffling players around. One night, Magruder start. Patrick Beverly been out. So they haven't been able to put, like, 10 games together with chemistry, where guys actually know their roles and know the beat of that spot because their role is changing night in and night out. And I think that's why the comments that Montrez made, I agree with him more because it's more about consistency and establishing that role, but the Clippers are still a dangerous team.
Oh,
but once they get to clicking, around March, April, when they start putting those games together and guys start playing more and Doc establish those roles more, they'll be really, really good.
When you are that high a talent team, you don't need as many games to get chemistry. You know what? The first round of the playoffs are for that. So we'll see what happens there. Let's switch over to the Lakers. Anthony Davis questionable for LA tomorrow in Dallas. He was injured after this fall. It looks so bad, right? Versus the Knicks on Tuesday. The Lakers are the top seed in the West with a 4-game cushion. AD and LeBron, who was limited in practice himself today with flu-like symptoms, have only missed 3 games combined all season. So, Kendrick, how important should playing to keep this #1 seed be for the Lakers?
I think it's very important. I mean, you know, everybody keeps saying, oh, it's going to be the Clippers and the Lakers Western Conference Finals, but you can't just say that. I mean, listen, this West team is stacked up, and you just never know who you may get in the second round. You may have to face a Utah Jazz, and you don't want to slide down in the slots and have to start your game 1 or have a game 7 in Utah. You fight so hard to have home court advantage. And Chauncey know this. Like, you know, we fought so hard in Boston when we first won the championship. I feel bad because you got hurt.
Yeah, you should feel bad.
But you helped us out a tremendous, right? So Chauncey get hurt, but we fought so hard to have home court advantage, and we had home court advantage against the Lakers in the finals.
Well, you needed it. You went to 7 games in every series.
No, not yeah, I know, right?
2008.
Yeah, we did. We went to 7 games, and I think you can't take that for granted.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree. As somebody that actually has lost the NBA Finals in a Game 7 on the road, you understand how valuable, you know, being able to be at home for that last game is. So whether it's the Lakers, Clippers, Denver, the Bucks, whoever it is, home court advantage, the #1 seed is a huge deal.
Yep.
Period, point blank.
Yeah, and of course the Mavericks in this game will be looking to bounce back. I mentioned earlier in the show they lost right at that last 7 seconds to Denver. Luka Doncic having a tough fourth quarter. Didn't speak to reporters after the game, which Tim McMahon says is the first time he's done that all season, just because he was so upset with himself and just couldn't quite talk about it because he was so frustrated. So I would expect him to have a bounce back game tomorrow night too. It's going to be a good one on ESPN.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For highlights and analysis, check out the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, check out ESPN+.